Consistent, if nothing else, and that is that I get up and I just kind of speak from the heart. I really don't prepare any remarks, and I just try and be myself when I get up here and speak. And I want to first offer a note of thanks to every single one of you that took time out of a beautiful Saturday here on Cape Cod to come out, support my campaign, support my wife, my daughters, my hard-working campaign manager, and get behind our campaign and try and ensure that we have a winning effort here and that we succeed in November. And as I look around the room, I see many people here that their work even goes outside of attending this event. I see a lot of my volunteers that are here, the people that are donating hours and hours of their day and of their week, volunteering it for free just because they want to see a change here in the First Barn School District. I'm humbled by all of your hard work, and I'm humbled by all of your support. The only thing that I can offer you in return for your faith in me, your hard work that you've done and will continue to do on my behalf, the kind financial contributions that you're offering in support of this campaign, the only thing that I can offer to you, besides my words of thanks, are my effort. And I guarantee you there will be no shortage of effort between now and November 4th in making sure that this is a successful journey that we're on. Right now we're doing I'm doing personally about 60 to 70 hours a week on a short week, working, knocking on doors, going around. I've been knocking on doors in all 4 towns in our district. I've been talking to our voters. I've been listening to what their concerns are, and their concerns are many. And their concerns aren't new. They're concerns that I have, they're concerns that my wife has, they're concerns that I've heard from many of you that are volunteering. There are concerns about the school funding, particularly in the towns of Dennis and Yarmouth. And there are concerns about the job market and the economy and the never-ending spiral in taxes that are going up and that are strangling our citizenry while the state refuses to trim its own budget. There are concerns now, just in the past week and a half, the concerns have shot through the roof from talking to people when I'm at their doors about the issues with immigration. Many of you see the press conference yesterday that was offered by Governor Patrick. What do you think, good news, bad news? I think we're all kind of on the same sheet of music on that one. That to me, that's bad news for the state. And let me tell you why. I like to use individual personal examples, and I'm going to talk about a couple of people that I met this morning. I'm not going to offer their name just out of concern for letting them keep their anonymity, but Rebecca knows this, and Lisa knows this, because I related this story to them. Lisa, you've been with me in this story for about the past year and a half. Last winter, there was a homeless couple. The husband was 80, and the wife was 78, and they were living in a car up on Route 132 behind the Burger King. An elderly couple, 80 and 78, living in a car in the twilight years of their life. And part of the reason they were living in that car was because of a lack of services, a lack of state support and services. And I met with that couple today. What we did a year and a half ago when I first met them was we got them in touch with Elder Services of Cape Cod, got them engaged, we got them out of that car. The troopers that I work with and that I supervise, we got them temporary housing. They put them in a hotel, we made sure that they had plenty of food, and if I didn't go down myself personally every day to visit with them and check on them and see what their needs were and to make sure that their needs were met, I was sending a trooper down. So this couple got to be very friendly with myself and 2 troopers. And then lost touch with them after about maybe 6 months, but we knew that they were okay, we just didn't know what happened. They reached out to me about 2 weeks ago. They sent me an email and they wanted to meet up, and I met with them today. I had breakfast with them this morning, and I'm very happy to report that the rut in life that they were in is no more. They have a house, they're living in New Hampshire now, and they came down here to the Cape to see some people that they knew from when they lived down here. And they wrote a check to my campaign, which I originally said, there's absolutely no way I can take it. And they assured me that financially their life has turned around and they were lifted out of the rut. When I talked to the husband said to me when I was refusing the check, he said to me, when we were down, the number of people that offered us any help, you could stand them on the head of a pin, but you were one of them. So I want to do what I can to help you in return. We have a homeless problem in this country that it's reached a point that we have homeless veterans living on the streets of Hyannis. We have homeless elderly living in a car on Route 132, and I've seen that with my own eyes. That's not something I read in the paper. That's not an anecdote. That's something I saw with my own 2 eyes. And when we can't provide services for these people, for our veterans, for the elderly, because of a lack of state funding, then why are we bringing people in from a third world nation? And why are we spending money to support them? And we should first be supporting our own people right here. And that's where, my friends, that's where government's broken. The people that I speak to, Democrats, Republicans, about 85% of them share this same opinion, and government is not listening. Government's doing what they want, and yet again, the people, we the governed, our opinion matters not to them. And I want to get elected, folks, and I want to change that. And I want to thank you very much for coming out here to support my campaign and helping put me in a good position so I can succeed to get up there and do my part to change these problems. Thank you very much, and before you give me a round of applause, please give yourselves a round of applause for coming out here and supporting my campaign, my family, and let's get this done in November, folks. Thank you very much.